halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson, first play, going to throw.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So problems with air and passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On 3rd down, Jackson, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jackson from the shotgun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 70 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, the Rams at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Madubuike just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson now. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Shifts by him. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? These teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coach is always talking about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Flushed under pressure again, and down he goes again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and he brings up third down on the sand. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 33 yards that time.
That's a great job working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Jordan Stout now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. On the return, Hardy. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll start with the option.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Jackson going to run again.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination.
For the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Their mobile quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Rams post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me, is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he will have the Ravens first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
From the 39, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
Jackson's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Cooper Kupp
from 10 yards out.
And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. James Conner, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Miles Sanders, a touchdown run in the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
So here are the Rams to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that loss week at the hands of Seattle. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Finding space at the 40.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Rams first down.
Looking to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
On 2nd down, Jackson. That'll be caught by Kupp. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
First down, Rams.
He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Back to throw again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the night as his guys are able to extend their lead. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jackson running again. And he stopped immediately there. A give up the middle to Dobbins. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
To throw is Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now it's Jackson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They'll roll him out right.
And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
Holding offense.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll run on the draw. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
2nd and 4. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Rams first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now they'll run on the draw. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there.
With his fourth rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal in throwing it in that situation.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Throwing again on second down. Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews.
Jackson's pass complete to Mark Andrews. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
He's going to keep this again.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
To number 84.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now here come the Ravens.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. To throw again is Jackson.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Complete to Mark Andrews. 8 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Second down, here's an option right. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Jackson now. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown! Jarvis Landry. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it's Jarvis Landry who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, a ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for L.A., they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang, gang, gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key, I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.